The brothers.
Welcome back to the VG Bros. It's been a while. How long has it been?
Months?
It's been
Years?
months.
Yeah.
Feels like years. So we're back for a 2020 garage sale recap.
All right, what'd you find this year?
What did I find this year? Nothing.
Garage sales sucked this year.
Yeah. The season just never really materialized. I thought it was going to early on after the pandemic started. I thought, by August this will kind of blow over and we'll get some garage sales going. Never happened. Not in this area. I don't know. Some parts of the country maybe you fared better than I did, but
Yeah, it's a weird area. Like the Seattle area is full of people who are afraid of COVID, and then the other half of the people are afraid of being ridiculed by the people who are afraid of COVID.
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily afraid of it, but they don't want to be judged for not wearing a mask. So they're afraid to have a garage sale. They're afraid to go to a garage sale. It's a disaster.
yeah. Every weekend I would check for garage sales, and there was about 20% of normal. So like normal, typical July weekend, there would be X amount of garage sales. And we're operating at about 20% of that this year. And it just takes so much driving to be able to even hit any amount of sales. It's just not really worth my time. And so I just never really went out. I think I hit one or two garage sales the entire summer.
I actually moved away this summer, and I live in Idaho now. There were a fair amount of garage sales here, and I actually got one really good score. A couple of DS and a 3DS.
Okay.
Nice pile of games, $40. I think I'll overlay a photo if I can find it. That was my only score of the entire summer. I know I moved into a new house this year, and the amount of work that it took, all my Saturday mornings were busy in August. And so I just didn't have the time to really go out. That was my problem, but I'm hopeful for next year. I think there's going to be a lot more garage sales, especially where I live, hopefully where you live. And I think it's all going to come back. And hopefully, since everyone's buying video games this year, all the records are being set for like video game sales. Hopefully that means in the future, they're all going to be at the garage sales now. I hope. Who knows?
I don't know. Prices are high right now. I mean, everybody knows, which sucks that I can't garage sale because
I know.
I'm looking at, I should have just saved everything from the last 5 years and
can
just
you imagine?
sold it this year.
Every Wii system that you sold for like $30, those are going for like $75, $80.
Do you remember last summer? I found Mario Sunshine 3 consecutive weekends. I found Mario Sunshine.
And now what's that game going for? $75?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's stupid.
Like twice as much as it was a year ago.
I know. Hindsight is always.
Yeah, I know.
I should have invested in whatever company.
Sure.
But prices are very high right now. I've thought about just selling off a bunch of my games and rebuying them when they're cheaper.
I've sold a few just because I picked out like Mario 64. All of a sudden was like a $50 game. I'm like, all right, I'm selling this. I don't play OG hardware anyway. So, whatever.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
You don't play OG hardware.
Not much. No.
Man, you're a monster.
Not Nintendo 64. I mean, maybe Super
it's
Nintendo.
rough. I swapped out the joystick on my N64 controller. I found that the original joystick on that controller is it's unplayable. It hurts my thumb after 10 minutes. That hard plastic.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
It's
I don't
terrible.
blame you. I guess I don't really blame you. I mean, think about it. Mario 64 is on the Switch. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask are on the 3DS. You can play Banjo-Kazooie if you want on a rare replay.
Which I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only 3 other great games on the system.
I know.
Go ahead and crucify me. It's true.
I'm not playing GoldenEye anymore.
No.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah, what's left? Perfect Dark is on a rare replay.
Yeah.
There's. I don't fault you at all, I guess, on that one.
no.
You're still a
So yeah,
monster.
garage sales 2020, big swing and a miss.
Bust.
There's our recap. There's the 2020 recap. A lot shorter than last year's recap.
But I did buy some stuff. So
Okay.
I've made a few pickups, not garage sale pickups. but
Sure.
let me show you what I found.
Okay.
So the first game I'll show is a limited run game that just came in the mail yesterday, and it is Ys Origin for the Switch. And I've been trying to get into some of these Ys games. Ys Book 1 and 2 is the dumbest game of all time. But, this game is, I think this came out of the PSP originally in North America. I don't really know the whole story behind these games, but they are popular. They're fun. I did buy Ys 8 on the Switch a couple years, not on the Switch, the PS4.
Okay.
It's also out on the Switch. It's just skyrocketed in value. So, I mean, these Ys games hold their value really well, too. So, if I change my mind and don't like it, I can sell it and probably get my money back. So, anyway, that's why it's still sealed.
All right.
Let's talk about this one, too. Luigi's Mansion 3. I've been trying to enjoy Luigi's Mansion games. It kind of looks like something I would like, but I got to admit, every time I play, I get bored fairly quickly. I don't know, there's not a whole lot there that, like, oh, I can't wait to see what's in the next world. Like that, every room kind of looks the same. Everything feels the same. It's hard to get excited about, personally.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've never been a big Luigi's Mansion fan. It's just okay.
Yeah, nothing terribly wrong with it. I don't know.
And quite honestly, the very first Luigi's Mansion was created as kind of a placeholder because Nintendo did not have a Mario game ready for the GameCube launch. And so they just quickly put together a few resources and said, okay, let's make something to hold people over until we can get a real Mario game out.
And the first Luigi's Mansion game on the GameCube, people criticize it for being like a 3-hour experience. I don't know, maybe that's about right. Beyond 3 hours, I would get pretty bored, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to justify paying full price for a game knowing it's such a small experience.
Yeah. And this was a lot longer than 3 hours, obviously, but I mean, I don't see myself finishing it. Probably get rid of it. But Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yes. I picked that up too.
Yeah. And we've both been playing it. We both finished Mario 64. You 120 started, I believe. I didn't do that because I don't hate myself.
Dude, it's doable.
I don't hate myself. And then you've already finished Sunshine. I haven't started Sunshine yet.
Yeah. I absolutely love Mario 64. Out of all of these 3D Mario games, I still think it's my favorite because it has the perfect balance of exploration where you just go out and explore and you find a star, right? And the star is the reward for exploring, all right? And then there are a lot of stars where you're doing a task or you're doing a job or solving a puzzle. And then the star is the reward for doing that task. Like you race Koopa the Quick or whatever. Like you do a task, you get rewarded with a star. In Mario Sunshine, that's almost all there is you doing tasks and you get the star for the reward. There's not hardly any stars in the game that are just sitting out there hidden waiting for you to find. Yeah. There are a bunch of blue coin stars and you got to go find the blue coins, I guess, but it feels so fetch questy and collect-a-thon-y and doesn't have the same spirit of exploration the way that Mario 64 did. I just love Mario 64. To me, the game holds up great. I know they didn't improve the graphics. They made it HD and it looks great. It really does. It's not widescreen. I wish it would have been. Whatever, I'm over it. But the game holds up really well.
Mario 64 has such perfect levels, perfectly designed levels.
Yeah.
They're not too big and they're not too small. They're very self-contained in a seemingly small area, but there's so much to explore. Reminds me a lot of Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. And this is where a lot of 3D platformers really miss the mark, is they just give you too big of a world with too little to do, or maybe even too much to do. Mario 64 just a perfectly designed game. The music fits it perfectly. The music is usually a slower pace unless you're racing or you're in a fast-paced level, and then it really picks up a lot, and it's just perfect. I love the game. Sunshine and Galaxy I haven't played in a long time, but I'm gonna obviously go through those games as well. I've always wanted to play Galaxy with a regular controller, like a Switch Pro controller. I've always wanted to, and now I can finally do it.
I know. I hate Wii controllers.
Yeah, I'm with you.
People were kind of upset about this because the games weren't really full-fledged remakes. They weren't given the Link's Awakening treatment and I guess that's what people were expecting or wanting anyway. I'm willing to forgive that for one main reason, and that is the price tag. This was a $60 game, and you get 3 games with it. If they would have done what they did with Link's Awakening, these would have been $60 each. This would have been a $180 package. And it's not. It's $60. So I think the price point is right for what we got.
I have a theory that I've been peddling. No one seems to believe me. I'm just going to shout it out here. So
Okay.
that in 2 years, I can say I told you so.
Okay.
I think Nintendo is planning on a full remake for each of these games, and they're going to charge $60 each. Now, when they start releasing those one at a time, they don't want to compete with a budget version on the shelf that's $60 for all 3 games. When they put Mario 64 full remake out there, they don't want this on the shelf. That's why this is going away in March of 2021. They're going to stop selling this game. Find me another explanation for why they would take this off of the shelves after 6 months.
Nintendo has a long history of artificially restricting their supply.
Not like this, they don't.
Well, they didn't even really restrict it that much. They said they were going to. They said it was going to be limited, and a bunch of scalpers went out and bought hundreds of these. But dude, every Target and Walmart I go into, they have tons of these.
They're not limiting these while they're selling them. But eventually, in 6 months, they're just going to flat out stop selling them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right now there's a jillion of them. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but when I'm right, I'm going to come back with another video, and I'm going to say I told you so. The
Fine.
next and last game that I bought, I've always wanted to play this game. You ever played Lunar?
I've never played Lunar.
I've never played it. Comes with the, I guess, instruction manual. Really
That's
thick,
an instruction manual?
hardbound. It doesn't come with the cardboard box that these both fit into, but other than that, it is complete. I bought it on eBay. I made an offer, which was, I thought, pretty low, but he accepted it. And I've always wanted to play this game. To be honest, I have always been a little disappointed and frustrated with PS1 RPGs. Even as far back as Final Fantasy VII, the 3D environments and the way that everything controls was very frustrating for me. And Lunar is one of those games, it appears to be more in line with a Super Nintendo RPG, sort of an overhead 2D style. I mean, it came out originally on the Sega CD or Saturn.
I want to say CD.
I want to say Sega CD. So yeah, it was designed before 3D games were really the norm. And so it was designed 2D. I've always really wanted to play it. And I thought, it's still somewhat affordable. I mean, it's not a $100 game yet, and a lot of these RPGs are right now. So anyway, that's what I picked up. In terms of what I've been playing Mario 3D All-Stars, and I just finished Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the GameCube. Finally, that game is brutal, but I finished it. And now I'm going through Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. OG hardware.
Nice.
The only way to do it.
Yeah.
You playing anything besides this?
I started a new game on Breath of the Wild, and I
'Cause
know
why not?
I've been through it before multiple times already, but I just can't help myself because I love it so much.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. 3D All-Stars I've been playing quite a bit of. And they just put the old Super Nintendo Mario All-Stars on Switch.
That's right.
And Donkey Kong Country 2, which I'm really excited about. I've been playing that as well. Yeah. Really fun to play that with save states. That game is a pain without save states.
It's
challenging. You can't save your game unless you save up enough coins.
It's ridiculous.
And you have to pay someone to save your game. If you don't have enough coins, you just can't save. And
this is why I've always said that Donkey Kong Country 1 is the better game, because of that. Without that problem, maybe 2 is the better game. I don't know.
Well, now that we have save states, it's
game changer.
It's a game changer. And I love Donkey Kong Country 2. It is so good. The level design in that game is just absolute peak level design.
The soundtrack is amazing
It's
too.
Dude, that pirate music. How did they do that in the Super Nintendo?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's Rare, man. They just had magic over there. I don't know.
They did.
Yeah. All right. And I guess the last thing we're going to do is just a quick room tour. I'm in a new
Oh,
house.
yeah.
I've got a new video game room.
I see the Chrono Trigger strategy guide down there. So you have to use a strategy guide to play
Well,
that game?
I don't have to, but I mean, I have it, so I might as well use it. But only if I need to.
Only if you need
I
to.
don't know, it's pretty linear anyway so far, so
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true.
I've never completed Chrono Trigger before, and I really want to. You've finished it
Of
many
course.
times.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we're going to do a quick game room tour, and then we'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
All right, we got old school cartridges over here: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, Game Boy, some hardware and controllers and stuff. Yeah, handheld boxes. We got some Zelda Love up here, some boxes,
Classic systems.
the classic systems, which I never play. NES box, Sega Dreamcast box, and then as you can see, just a lot of boxes, some handheld stuff, magazines and strategy guides at the bottom, some VHS tapes, which I just found during the move. And then here's Xbox, PS2, PS4, PS3, got PS1 down there. And then my Wii collection, GameCube. I've really been enjoying collecting GameCube games. My little Genesis collection here, not much. I never find Genesis games. It's not like I'm against it, even though I'm not in love with the system. I never find them.
I don't find a lot of Sega stuff at all at yard sales. We're in kind of a Nintendo part of the country here.
Yeah. Super Nintendo and some N64 boxes. Again, most of these were garage sale finds. I'm not the kind of person that just goes out and spends a whole bunch of money on a big complete in box collection, because I'm a garage sale find kind of a guy. So this is a flat screen TV that I've got just some HD consoles hooked up to, like the Xbox 360. Got the Wii there, and PS3. And then this is where I keep a lot of the classic stuff. Andy's got COVID. So I keep my controllers on top. And the systems, N64, PS1, PS2, Dreamcast. Why do I have a PS1 and a PS2? I don't know. Obviously, the PS2 is backwards compatible. Don't know why I have both of them, but I do. And the Super Nintendo, as you can see, has got Chrono Trigger in there that I'm going through. There's my Genesis. Looks like I got Aladdin in there. And then the last part here is the old CRT TurboGrafx 16. And a little pile of games. Some little accessories there. And then over here, just a couple of drawers. I've got just cords, Xbox stuff, manuals. I got a bunch of manuals in there. And this is where I keep my handheld stuff. So I got a bunch of handheld systems, some power cords, DS, 3DS, GBA, got the PSP back there, and a Game Gear also. Let's see what's in here. More controllers and more controllers.
All right.
So there we go.